Happy Sunday. This is Shelly from The Overflow, and I wanted to go ahead and make another video. I want to do more videos about the parenting subject, but over the course of this past week, I got really excited about the idea of the 4 messages for married couples, adult relationships, um, people who are engaged, but even just non-romantic relationships, just the 4 messages for adult relationships in general, because these messages are just so powerful. And I was talking with a friend about a married couple that's struggling, and it just made me think, like, I've been trying to use these marriages in my relationship with, I've been trying to use these messages in my relationship with my husband, and I feel that, you know, I feel like it's helpful for me, even just guiding him toward using those messages with me. And I feel like these 4 messages kind of make a lot of things clear. Like, it basically defines what's healthy and what isn't healthy with how you treat each other. And I feel like in relationships, um, especially like marriage relationships, it's really easy to be unclear about what's emotionally or verbally abusive because of just the way you were raised. Um, it's easy to think that certain things are okay when they're not really okay. And this kind of makes it clear what's not okay and what is okay, and it gives you clear, defined goals of how to treat each other. And I wish that we would have been counseled in this before we got married, because I feel like we would have grown faster. Like, we've grown a lot together and learned a lot, but I feel like this would have been a less painful way of growing. From the get-go, we would have known a better way to treat each other. So I wanted to do a video about that because I thought it would be helpful for other people out there who are searching for just a loving way to approach relationships in general, whether it's a friend, whether it's a spouse, whether it's um, a fiance or a girlfriend or boyfriend. This is the way I think we should all be treating each other, with the goal of transmitting these messages to each other, because we all need to hear them, especially if we grew up in homes where we didn't learn these messages. So, of course, those messages are going to look or be delivered a little bit differently, especially the last message, the "you are responsible" message, is going to look different. And you're going to want to make sure you're not, making your friend or partner or spouse feel like a child in any way. You're not trying to teach them at this point. You're just trying to encourage them and build them up, and just give them a soft place to land. So, I did the acronyms a little, mostly the same, but maybe slightly different. So the "you are safe with me" message is still extremely important, and raising your voice is still a very good way to violate the safety message. I know for me it is. And with a male, that maybe look different. It may be not making them look like an idiot in public. That makes them not feel safe with you emotionally. Or if you talk bad about them behind their back to your friends, that's not making them safe either, even if they don't know about it. So there's different things with that, but I'm just going to go over the acronyms, which mostly they're going to be the same. But the sound of your voice, needs to be calm and respectful. Always be gentle and respectful in your dealings with each other, no matter how angry you are with each other. If you can just try to keep your voice gentle and respectful, it's going to be helpful in any conflict. And again, you're not going to do perfect, but if these are your goals, it's going to help. So we're still going to have the acronyms are going to be the same: safe, love, lead, and wield. So we're still on the safety message right now. So find time to breathe, pray and get insight. And even if you're not a Christian and you don't pray, you can get insight. You can have some quiet time to figure out what's going on in you that's responding that way to that other person. It could even be your boss, or somebody who works for you. Somebody works under you or somebody works with you. It doesn't matter. Find that time to breathe and get insight before you rush into a conflict. Even if you're in an argument, take a few deep breaths before you say anything else. And then E is still for exhibit grace and mercy. That needs to happen no matter what in any relationship. And then for the "you are unconditionally loved and valued," it's still look for the heart in the root, look for the heart in that other person. remember the things you love about them and look for the root of their behavior, or sometimes you need to look for that in you, or both of you at the same time. You're still going to offer understanding and encouragement. That's the O. The V is for still view from their perspective. It helps you to be more empathetic and to understand where they're coming from. It makes you a lot less angry, even if they're being ridiculous, or E is still for empathize and honor feelings. As adults, we still need to be empathized with and our feelings honored. That's just part of being a human, You are God's workmanship and you are capable. And again, if you're not a Christian, you still want to hear that message of you are capable and you are made for a reason and you're valuable. You have meaning here, So again, you're going to look for the gift gone awry. That's the L. Look for the gift gone awry and how you can help. So you can look for those gifts, like say maybe your husband is, I'm using that example a lot because I'm a wife, obviously. But let's say that he's really domineering. There's a gift in there. He's using it wrongly, but it's in there. He's a good leader, maybe. Maybe he's got a leadership gift. He's not maybe good at it right now, but he's got a gift for leadership, and it's coming out all kind of ways wrong. Well, then you can let him know. Say, I'm so glad that you're a really good leader, but right now the way you're leading me is hurtful. And, you're being controlling. I think you have a special gift for leadership. But I think that the way you're using your gifts right now is coming out very hurtful to me. And just say it respectfully, lovingly, but let them know you affirm their gifts. But it's just not right now, the way it's coming out. And look for how you can help. Maybe it's not time to say something, but maybe look for ways that you can help that gift come out the right way. And then embrace them as a unique expression of God. Embrace all of them, bad and good. Just embrace them. They're special. And again, if you're not a Christian, embrace them as a unique individual who's special, and there's nobody else in the world that's just like them. So that's the E. So we've got an L-E so far. A is affirm their gifts and character traits. So just remember to affirm, just like that, you're a great leader. And find other good character traits that are in there that may be being misguided or whatever, because maybe they were never taught impulse control or whatever it is, and they just don't really know very well how to do it. So encourage them in that. Again, you're not teaching them, but you can encourage them and affirm them. And then the D is important because you're directing them to honor, but I put direct to honor with humility. So you want to be really careful how you do it because you're dealing with adults, and that can be a touchy issue. You don't want to be made to feel like a child. You don't want to make someone else feel like a child when they're not a child anymore. So just direct them to honor, but with humility. Maybe point out ways that they can treat you that would be more honoring, or maybe point out ways that they can treat your kids or whatever it is, or their kids, with honor that would be, helpful, and just make sure it's humble. Humility goes a long way when you're trying to say something. And then for the last message, you are responsible. We reap what we sow, and again, that's something for you to keep in your mind and kind of model, not so much say. Just like I don't really do that for my kids, but I kind of try to model that and teach them that. So for your spouse, you would just try to model them, model that to them. Identify natural impacts, and again, that might be like saying, well, what do you think are some of the natural impacts of this decision that you're making, or this decision that we're about to make? If you want to include we in there, you'll have to decide what's helpful. And then E is still for emphasizing, making it right. You can say, you can emphasize that in a loving and humble way with your partner, friend, spouse. And you can also let them know, look, I need you to make this right with me. You hurt me, and I just need you to make me feel better. I need you to do something that's going to make me feel better. And maybe just saying I'm sorry isn't cut it, because I am hurt right now, and I need you to make it better. I need you to patch it up, put a Band-Aid on it, give me a hug. Maybe be specific. Say, I want you to take me out for coffee tomorrow. I want you to give me a hug. I want you to write me a sweet letter. Don't be demanding. Just say, look, that's going to make me feel better, It's not like you're trying to get anything from them. You just want to feel better, and that's okay. We have the right to do that. That's what I like about the making it right consequence for my kids, because everybody has the right, when they've been wronged, for the person who wronged them to come and make it better. Not that they should stand on a podium and say, you do this for me and that for me, and it's never good enough, but just, you have the right to expect them to make it better, and that's good. And then for the last two, I changed it up a little bit. You know, at first I put let them make their mistakes and lose their privilege, and then do-overs. And those can be helpful. And I think we do need to let our friends and spouses make mistakes as long as we're trying to help them out. And not, say I told you so or anything. But then I put two other, I kind of changed it up, and I think this could work with the kids too. And I think that last acronym is kind of a work in progress. I've never been completely happy with it. But I have L is lead them to choose well, and D is demonstrate your faith in their growth and in their ability to overcome. So leading them to choose well, that might look like, okay, say they want to buy a new truck and you think it's going to be too expensive. And instead of just saying, look, I don't want you to do that, or think it's a bad idea, say, well, you know, what do you think are some natural impacts of you buying this truck? What are some of the good things that are going to come from it, and maybe some things that might be more negative. Um, and maybe just see what they say. Like, maybe it costs a lot, but then maybe they're going to enjoy it or feel cool or whatever, different reasons. Maybe they want to pull a boat. Just ask empowering questions to get them to think about what they're doing without them being made to feel like a child, or make sure you're, listening and respecting them and letting them feel like you're really just trying to find things out and help them. Otherwise they're bragging in bulk. And then the last one, demonstrating your faith in their growth and their ability to overcome. Just kind of letting them see that you believe in them and you know that they can do better. And even if they're doing something wrong right now or they're addicted to something, you know they can beat that addiction. You know they can treat, that friend better, or their kids better, or you better. Whatever it is, you believe in them to treat you better, to do better, to be better. I think that's really important, no matter what kind of relationship you're in, to, just remember that. Let people know that you love them, especially in the midst of conflict. If you're in an argument, maybe say, I really respect you a lot, and because I'm upset right now, I want to take a little time out to calm down so that I don't say anything that I don't mean. That might be what finding time to breathe looks like for you. Or you might be strong enough to just be able to take that deep breath and plunge in and say the right things. You might want to say, look, I really value your intelligence and how much you know, but right now you're making me feel stupid by some of the language you're using, and by acting like I should know this already, you're making me feel like a child, and it's hurting my feelings. And I know you're a very intelligent person, and I know you don't need to make me feel this way, but that's how it's coming out. And I need you to think about that and try a different approach. And if you have specific suggestions that you can tell them, that's probably even better. I know for me, I found that using the 4 messages for my husband has been kind of helpful. I haven't gotten a whole lot of practice, and I'd like to update as I continue to do it. But sometimes even just letting him know, like, hey, I need you to make it right, or hey, you just made me feel unsafe when you yelled at me just now. Like, I see that he's kind of getting like, oh, like, I have a clearer way to communicate and say, look, that felt unsafe, or look, you made me feel like you didn't love me unconditionally. And then I'll come back and go, I do love you unconditionally. And it kind of helps him see, wait, I wasn't showing you though that. And so you can use it to help them, but you can also use it for them. If you're not treating them, if you're not showing them you love them unconditionally, or if you're making them feel like you don't think they're capable, or if you're making them feel unsafe in any way. And it might be good to ask these questions, like, do I make you feel safe? Or how can I make you feel more safe? Or do I make you feel like you're capable? How can I make you feel more capable? If they don't, how can I make you feel like I love you unconditionally? What are ways that I maybe don't make you feel like that I could work on? So I think this is really important, and like I said, I want to do another video on parenting, with just talking about some of my experiences lately. I'm kind of excited just how much I'm growing and learning. So that's all for this video for today, and I hope it's helpful, and I hope some other people out there find that this is helpful. And if you like this video, please like it and give it a thumbs up. And also comment with suggestions if you want more of this kind of information, if there's something I could illustrate more clearly, or just anything like that, just let me know. because I really, really want these videos to be helpful. That's the whole reason I'm doing it. And I'm pretty passionate about wanting people to know things that are helping me, because I feel like if it's helping me, it can help other people too. Because even though I am an interesting person, I know I'm not so interesting that nobody else has issues like me, because I've learned over the years that a lot of the stuff I struggle with, other people struggle with too. And a lot of the things that can help me, other people find are helpful for them, especially with these 4 messages. Everybody I talk to about them, they're just kind of like, wow, that makes so much sense, you know? So that's all for today. Have a great day, and I will hopefully be making another helpful video soon.